Christopher Columbus and his voyages. More than 500 years ago, a man named Christopher Columbus dreamed of sailing across the great Atlantic Ocean to find a new way to Asia. In his time, people traded valuable goods like silk, spices, and gold with Asia, but the journey by land was long and dangerous. Columbus believed he could reach Asia faster by sailing westward, even though most people thought the idea was risky, or even impossible. Columbus was born in Genoa, Italy, around 1451. As a boy, he loved the sea. He listened to sailors' tales of strange lands and studied maps that showed only parts of the world. Most maps of his day showed Europe, Asia, and Africa, but not the huge oceans or the continents that we know today as the Americas. For many years, Columbus tried to find someone who would sponsor his voyage. He went to kings and queens of different countries, asking for ships, men, and money. Most refused. They thought his plan wouldn't work. But finally, Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand of Spain decided to help him. They promised to give him 3 ships: the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. On August 3, 1492, Columbus and his crew set sail from Spain. The journey across the Atlantic was long and filled with fear. The sailors grew worried when weeks passed with no land in sight. They thought they might fall off the edge of the world. But Columbus kept their hope alive, promising that land was near. Then in the early morning of October 12, 1492, a sailor shouted, "Land!" They had reached an island, in what we now call the Bahamas. Columbus believed he had reached the islands near Asia, which Europeans called the Indies, so he called the people he met there Indians. Columbus made 4 voyages across the Atlantic between 1492 and 1504. He explored parts of the Caribbean islands, Central America, and South America, still thinking he had reached Asia. He never realized he had discovered lands unknown to Europeans, a new world. Though Columbus's journeys changed history, they also began a time of great struggle for the indigenous peoples who had lived in the Americas for thousands of years. European settlers brought new goods, animals, and ideas, but also diseases, wars, and the loss of native lands. Today, Christopher Columbus is remembered as a daring explorer who helped connect Europe and the Americas. His voyages opened the door to a new age of exploration and changed the world forever.